Hi, welcome back. Today I show you how to bring a beautiful black German Shepherd to life on paper with pastel pencils. I show you that in a time lapse with voiceover where I explain you every detail. This is a drawing lesson in my drawing community Animal Art Club where my students can see the full portrait. They can start with it. Most of them draw that as their first full animal portrait on their animal art journey. So I teach how to draw animals in Animal Art Club. If you're interested in learning more, here is the link to the waitlist. I invite you to join that. You will get information when we welcome new members again. And now I show you how to draw a beautiful German Shepherd with pastel pencils.
Let's start with the outline of the eye with black. Always start with the eyes. For me, eyes are the most important parts. And then add highlights. Here I plot in then colors. Add base layers with orange browns, browns and ochre tones. Here I layer then details in. You see that in the second eye here too. Always blend your base layers well to push the pigment into your paper and add with the pastel pencils details in the eyes. Also blue in the highlights are nice. Here I draw then a light blue base layer where the light reflection area is and layer then details with black and other brown tones over it. Remember, black fur is never only black. It is always you always find new other colors there, so blues, violets, pinks and so on. And also grays for sure and white, but it is really important to bring in different colors, different tones, different values into your animal portrait to make them look realistic, and it is all about layering. Pastel pencils are a great medium for doing that. They create a very great depth. You can create contrast and achieve a very great 3D effect. And it is possible to draw details with the pastel pencils, details that you cannot achieve with only sticks. Pastel sticks are more for painting, larger pictures or backgrounds, blurry backgrounds. And the pencils are for drawing. We are drawing animals with the pastel pencils, with fine lines and the details and fine strokes, dots, all different marks. Here I draw the ear, and here I use a very deep dark black Rembrandt soft pastel stick, blended with a cotton swab. Always make sure that you don't have hard edges, create soft transitions, and add then more and more layers, build up the portraits in layers. If you think you're not good enough for drawing animals, or if you think you need talent, I can say you that anybody can draw if you want to. So it is a skill you can learn. I teach that inside my membership Animal Art Club, where my students get drawing lessons every month, different full animal portraits, focus lessons, mini motivation lessons, background lessons. There are also information masterclasses in there, so every month a new challenge, so a new drawing lesson. But also I help them to move forward with giving them feedback and answering them their questions. This is one of a starting drawing lesson in Animal Art Club, a little bit of an easier full animal portrait, the black German Shepherd. And my students start with that. They can also choose from the content library, but they start drawing this beautiful black German Shepherd. If you would like to draw it too, check out the link in the description and join the waitlist. We will open the doors soon. So here I add many layers with fine lighter strokes in light gray and blue. I have here Pitt pastel pencils and the Stabilo Capello pastel pencil. I prefer the pit, but sometimes the Caputhellos also have beautiful colors like the light blue that is lighter than the blues in the range of the pits. So combining different brands of pastel pencils also is fun and nice to have. So if you have more different brands of pastel pencils, otherwise for a start I recommend the pit pastel pencils. I also like to scratch in details or remove a little bit of pigment with a craft knife. That helps to refine the fur rendering and to scratch in fine details. And the more layers you're drawing, the more layers you are building up in the fur, the more depth you bring into your portraits, and the more realistic your portrait will look like then. The in-depth drawing lesson is a class inside of my online drawing school, Animal Art Club, our drawing community. We have over 550 people in there at the moment, and they are from all over the world, so really a fun and very supportive community. People find friends, met in reality, then draw together. This is really great. Check out the wait list below in the description. And here on the bridge of the nose, also always have a good look at the reference photo, observe the reference picture, in what direction the hairs are growing, that's really important. Observe the bone structure of the dog, observe your real dog if you have one, observe the picture really well, and try to see in what direction are the hairs growing. Are they going upwards, downwards, leftwards, rightwards? Are they long or short? So really be accurate here and have a bit patience and observe the reference photo first, and then bring in the hairs in the right direction. For the nose I used violets and light blue for the underpainting, blended it really well, and then I started plotting in darker colors like the black and the dark blue here on top where we have the light reflections, the glossy part on the nose, and then go over with mid-tones and lights again. Build up also the nose with many dots, little details, creating the cell structure. You can also blend with pastel pencils. You can blend with blending tools like paper stamps, cotton swabs, sponges, your fingers, gloves, tissues, but you can also blend with the pastel pencils itself. I start here with blue tones as underpainting, the deep dark black Rembrandt stick, and then blend that well with a paper stamp. Push the pigment into the paper that we can draw many layers on top. You can imagine that a paper, a high quality pastel paper like the pastel matte paper from Clairefontaine I'm drawing on, it allows a lot of layers, and you can imagine that there are so little valleys and mountains, and with each layer you are drawing, you fill in pigment, pastel pigment between those valleys and mountains, and then at some point you cannot add more pigment, and then that's the stage where the paper is saturated. That means your next layers start to smear and smudge, and you are not able to put new layers on top. You have a muddy, smeary feeling. That means that the paper cannot hold more pigment, that there is no space for more pigment. It's just all on top. And to avoid that too early, it is good to blend the first base layer really well, to push in the pigment into these spaces in the paper. A pastel matte paper allows so around 20 layers or more, a good high quality pastel paper. That's the reason why I really recommend to invest in high quality pastel paper. Here I have also started with black for the dark shadow areas, and then bringing other layers. Of course, the teeth are light. I have started with ivory and then bringing shadows and darker areas with the ochre pencils. Deep dark shadows are always deep dark black or dark blue. And then I bring in here different shades on top of the teeth with a brown ochre, and then also some highlights with white. The lips are drawn with caput mortuum. That's a red violet, and here I plot in a little bit black below and dark blues here on the mouth area. So drawing black fur can be fun, but always remember to bring in different tones. So blues, violets, sometimes you find also ochre tones, green tones in black fur. And here I add more and more details around the snout and here in the face of our German Shepherd. Here it is the same, plotting in the mid-tone first, blues, middle blue and light blue, then also the dark, and then go over with details. I go over with fine hairs with the light blue, blend it a bit, bring in some details and finer lines with the knife, and then go over with pink colors, flesh colors and white. I have zoomed out, and here you see that I start here with that black first, and between where we have the highlight sections, there I go in with light blues and blend that well. Then here I use my finger. I like also to blend with the finger. If you're doing that, make sure that your fingers are really clean, that you don't bring in any oil or wax into your portrait. Then I go over with more layers with black, blend over it, and also plot in a bit violet, caput mortuum, violet brown, and then I add some overlapping fine hairs into the background to connect your portrait with the paper. Always remember that you always let the portrait go into the background. Add fine details. Here I build up then the fur on the chest, also with different layers of fine marks, fine strokes, fine hairs, darks, mid-tones, pinks, violets, blues. And also I always go in again with black then to add contrast, to increase the depth and the realistic look. So it is all about building up your portrait in many layers, going over and over again. Let the hairs cross, let them overlap, draw many of them with different amount of pressure. I always recommend to work with a very light hand. My students hear that often, to work with a light hand. I repeat that all the time in my drawing lessons in NML Art Club. So always work with little pressure, reduce pressure, work with a very light hand. And yes, always remember that you don't press too much when you would like to draw fine hairs. And here I add many of them, let them overlap and cross, and then refine everything again with the dark pencil, bringing darker lines and strokes again and overlapping fine little details. Finally, I always go over the whole portrait and have a look, what can I correct. We have to draw some of these fine whisker hairs finally with a sharp light gray, and again little pressure, and add some details, then finally all over the dog portrait.
Okay, I hope this was helpful for you if you're drawing your own dogs and animals with pastel pencils. If you have any questions, pop them below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, that I can send you notifications when the next video is up. And if you're interested in my online drawing school Animal Art Club, here is the link to the wait list. The doors are closed at the moment, but I inform you when we open again. And here is another video to watch. See you soon. Enjoy drawing. Bye.